Hello, friends. Steve here. And it's been some busy times of late. Um, Not busy so much in an external way, although some of that, but more a busy internally. A lot going on, a lot to process, um, and a lot of practice. So I'm not complaining about, I don't feel like I'm complaining about what's been going on. It feels like in some ways, I'm preparing myself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for something. And I don't even feel like it's useful to do much speculation. I have no intuition about it. I just feel like this cleansing process that went on for 28 years, the cleansing process was stimulated by an increase in the vibrational frequency surrounding the earth. So it affected everyone. Um, Whenever a powerful vibration is present, whatever doesn't harmonize with that vibration tends to break up and release, and the vibration shifts. And that was going on since March 23rd of 1997 and completed on March 24th of 2025. So it completed in terms of this constant rise of vibration, but it has somewhat leveled off, and now it seems to be going up at a very gradual pace, or it's a very gradual rise, but it's still constant. So if there are things we're holding on to, if we're still holding ourselves separate from the oneness, and we can't be separate from the oneness, but we can perceive ourselves as separate from the oneness, and we can pull in from it, and we can just kind of work our own stuff and hold on to our stuff. And yeah, it can be, it has been challenging. I found it challenging. I found the last 6 months more challenging than the previous 28 years, which were challenging enough. Last 5 years seemed like peak challenge. Like I had to just kind of work with the energetics continuously, especially because I was working with the world healing field, which was continually getting triggered off. And I was having to work with a lot of emotions during that time. I've developed some skills over the last 6 months to work with these kind of intense emotions that surface, and but I'm getting a lot of practice at it. So I decided today, you know, to just set up a healing field and also do a tarot card reading about what we've been working with, what we're working with now, and what to look forward to, if that's the way to put it. Okay, so we connect to the world healing field, and you can state these things out loud. I connect to my deep self, connect to my higher self, connect to my highest self, ground myself to the healing center of the earth. I open myself to the healing power of the One. I let go of anything no longer useful to me now. And if you want support from the seventh dimensional beings, the Hathors, you can state, I choose to work with the Hathors. And I ask the higher self to take us through the portal of time to the event that would be of the highest good to release and integrate at this time. And I invite all souls affected by this event to return to the event to release and integrate the energy of the event for themselves. And I ask that we all be placed in a field of protection while we do this work. And upon arrival at the event, I ask the higher self to assist us to release and integrate all energies of the event, gently and easily, fully and completely, on all levels and through all space and time. So today, when I picked the cards, for the to look at kind of the past, present, and future. So first of all, just go ahead and perceive that there is a past, there is a present, there is a future. I mean, they're reasonably okay constructs. There is possibly only the now, but unresolved stuff from the past is sitting there now. And when we resolve it, the energy becomes flowing. What we got of the card of the energies that we've been working with, we got the Hermit card, which is a major arcana. So we've been working with some major energies, and I mentioned that in the earlier part of this video, and that's a major arcana number 9, the Hermit. And so the Hermit is related to the astrological sign of Virgo, which is about service. It's about ideals, precision, organization, healing, and purification. I've been going through that process quite steadily. It's the number 9, the nine of trumps, which has to do with observation, personal responsibility, collective growth, expansion, and clarity. The key words are spirituality, wisdom, stepping back, solitude, observation, examination, care, authenticity, reflection, peering into shadows. Anybody else been doing that? Patience, interrogation, attention to detail, new routines, secrets, honesty, intentionality. So what we're possibly, what the universe is talking about us experiencing right now is the 9 of Cups. And cups are related to emotions. And 9 is related to, well, again, it's another 9. So the Hermit card is a 9. The 9 of Cups is a 9. So again, it's observation, personal responsibility, collective growth, expansion, and clarity. And the 9 of Cups are related to emotions. So we're currently working with emotions, connections, love, intimacy, community, intuition, how we're communicating on other levels, not just verbally and physically. And it's associated with the heart. The key words are contentment, pride in the self, wishes, fulfillment, self-respect, curiosity, and dreaming. You may find yourself, according to the book, in a place of personal contentment. Things have been doing too much of this for me to catch too much of a feeling of contentment. I've been along for the ride, and the ride's been going down and then going up and then going down and then going up. And when it hits bottom, I'm like really having even more opportunity to practice, like, don't get lost in what I'm feeling. I have a part of myself that is a mature self. The mature self can act as a counselor, can act as a observer, can act as a space holder for those parts of myself that are being triggered, so that the stored emotions from past events can come to the surface. And boy, have they ever. And what a good job I feel I've been doing. We may find ourselves in a state of personal contentment. And I would say that I am content with the way I've handled the intensity of the past 6 months. I feel like I've come a long way. I've become a new person. And I just feel like I've been shifting daily, moment by moment, continuously. Like, that's no longer working. How can I shift and change and be different so that this is working within my community and within the community of myself? I feel contentment, not that I'm stopping here. I'm content, I'm stopping. But I feel contentment in the quality of the relationships I've developed, more so in the past 6 months than previously. Very real, authentic relationships where the communication just keeps getting better, even when it's uncomfortable. It's powerful. Okay, and so, this is what we've been working with, what we are working with, and what we have to look forward to, and that's one way of putting it. And what we got for that was the Five of Cups. And the number 5 has to do with change. And this is what we're looking forward to. So the future, if we want to look for it, or the future now, is more about change. It isn't that we've just gone through this long period of change and now we don't have to change. The world's going to continue to change. So if you've developed some skills in navigating that change, if you've gotten better at riding the roller coaster or riding the ship on the sea, with its turns and twists and storms and everything else, then you are prepared for this time we're coming into, which is a time of change, more change, and a time of freedom. A time to explore different possibilities, different selves. When there's a lot of change going on, there may be an experience of tension. In that comes growth, adventure, balance, and transition. The Five of Cups are associated with emotions. So it's associated with emotions, connections, intimacy, community, intuition again. I love that term, community intuition. We're beginning to communicate on another level. We're beginning to read each other, hear each other, even when words aren't spoken. The key words for the Five of Cups are grief, loss, loneliness, heartache, internal scrutiny, a little shadow work possibly going on, guilt if things that were handled out of our trauma in the past and weren't handled well. Maybe we just had to isolate. Maybe we had to separate. Maybe we had to end relationships because they were too much for what we were working with. And maybe we might have felt guilt about that. We may have felt guilt about how we handled situations. This is part of the process of the Five of Cups. Emotional adjustments. We're all making adjustments emotionally, and we're letting go of emotions we've held on based on experiences from the past. And this is a time of incredible release. Not that it hasn't been going on like that for the past 5 years or more, but it continues. But now we've developed some skills because we've been working at learning how to do this, how to breathe deeply, regulate our nerve systems, come into a place of balance, a place of groundedness, a place of centeredness, and really beginning to work out of the center of our being, our deep self, and really letting the energy move and really letting ourselves have the space to be different. In this moment, it's not terribly difficult for me, even though I've just come back from the dentist and had some dental work, and now my lisp is more. The lisp I had before is lispier. Got to get used to these. I got some crowns. I've got to get used to the length of those teeth, and yeah, I've been having a lot of dental work over the past since January. Just things that I just really let go because I didn't want to deal with them because I was dealing with the world healing field as I was disintegrating on a dental level. But it's all good now. I'm in a good place today. And I would say I've been in a good place over the past couple weeks where I haven't been making videos, but I've been so challenged by the times, I didn't feel like I had the wherewithal to just sit in front of the screen and make videos with the idea of assisting others who are going through this process. I felt like I was just treading water, keeping my head above water, just working with the energies to the best of my ability. And I did that. And so I can feel content in the fact I did my best. And it hasn't been easy. The last 6 months have not been easy. And I'm truly looking forward to a time where it does feel a little simpler, a little easier. I have noticed in the healing sessions I've been doing with my clients that they're having a much easier time letting go of the energies of the events that they're clearing. And I think that's because the vibration is high, the vibration is supportive. I've become much more spacious. I feel like I can hold the world much better than I have in the past. And people have been changing more quickly in the sessions because of that. So that is great. So I'm going to finish this up because I think my housemates might be arriving home. And so we're just going to do the final part of the clearing of the healing field. So I asked the higher self to assist all the souls that return to the event to combine with that part of their soul that had remained at the event and bring that combined soul back into the body in present time with all of its wisdom, power, clarity, compassion, creativity, and kindness. And with joy and peace, I ask all those souls to ground themselves in the healing center of the earth and open up the portal for the delivery of the new energies into the earth at this time. I ask that these new energies be brought in and that they be activated, and let the universe and beyond know that this has been done and that it's good. Okay, that's the tarot card reading for today. That's the healing field for today, May 9th. And I may look at the Mayan calendar and see if there's anything useful to know about the next few days. And other than that, we're good. And we're doing well. And you can be, I feel like you and I can choose to be very proud of ourselves that we're keeping our heads above water, we're treading, and we're learning how to be better mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually by being present with space, creating more space for our process, because healing requires space. And the things that we've held on to are contracted. And when we give them space and we help by using our mature self, we help our injured self to recognize it's being held, it's being supported. It can come out and let go if it wants to. And if it wants to, if it feels safe enough and it wants to let go of those energies, it does that best in a safe, spacious, contained environment. A safe environment held for you. Within the world healing field. Blessings, and it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be back. And we'll just see. I'm not making any promises that every day is so different. So now let's go.